There we go. Now we got volume. Now we got it. Now we got it. Come on, come on. Here we go. All right, this has got to get turned off. Bada boom, bada boom. That doesn't look too bad.
They just charged those scumbags in Mastic that killed that 8-year-old kid, man.
Yeah, I know it.
They better get the friggin' electric chair, those bastards.
I hear you. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. I am your host, Bart Burke, and we got Captain Freddy, the Angry Bayman, in the house. Triple thumbs up over there from the captain. It's all good in the oyster world. We ain't got much going on. It's kind of midwinter. We're getting ready for spring. We're checking it all out. It's starting to plan. Got our ducks in a row. And as with any business, especially now, at this stage right now for the HOC, the HOC is at a spot right now that a 70-year-old guy and a 53-year-old guy are not necessarily going to be able to handle the whole shooting match in one shot, as well as take care of all the other stuff that has to go on. So we have to think about some teammates. We have to be leaders. We have to have people help us, and we help them in return. Being a leader, management, employees, getting them, keeping them. You might as well start a file. Bam, employees. Let me give you just one quickie. If you don't learn anything else, when you start to interview an employee, the first thing I want to do is I would like to get information from them. I need to know, what is your name? What is your address?
Are you legal?
Do you live in America? Okay, I'm serious. Dude, Fred's over here laughing, but it's the truth. Okay, so it's legally. So it's real simple and easy. I don't care who it is. If it's a friend, if it's a whatever, you go to Staples and you buy yourself a package of applications for employment. It's that simple. I can't emphasize it enough. Calvin is in the house. What's going on? So, what does this tell you? Now, listen, as whatever you're doing, you can modify, you can do this, you can do that. But, it's the basics. Your name, your employment, what you're doing. You can scratch stuff out, you can do this. But regardless of the fact, you're going to have some sort of a record of who you're employing. It might be a friend. If it's a friend, same thing. Mandatory. Now, I've been in management all of my life. I was in a family business, and we had hired hands all the time. We had so many people run through the doors, and most of them were kids. A lot of them were kids. We gave them an opportunity. We taught them a trade. We taught them how to be people. And some of them I still are in contact today. Some of them are even watching the show, I bet. And I really pride myself when I was able to push some kid off into the real world that I had under my tutelage from when he was a little kid. And I tried to get him as young as I possibly could, because that way I could mold him the way that I wanted. Towards the end of the program, I'm always looking at how to motivate people and how to make them go. Youth is not a time of life. It is a state of mind. It is not a matter of rosy cheeks and rosy lips, blah, blah, blah. Quality of the imagination. I'll agree to that.
I'll agree to that, too.
It is, however, but you got to be realistic as well. And that is important. Excuse my sip. This book right here, The Big Secret, it is designed for the 5th grader, but it tells so much, and it can be so helpful for just about anybody, and it's written really simple. It's like a little kid's book, okay? But the principles behind this book are just superb. I want to read to you the back of this. And this is what you try to do as a leader, to have other people that come into you. You don't want to be a dictator. You want to be a leader. This book here teaches children a chance for real success. It helps them develop a stronger self-image, achieve better grades, become truly confident, discover their real talents, control their own destiny, and recover quickly from setbacks. Right here, in this little itty bitty book. Takes about 40 minutes to read. I strongly recommend it. As an employer, give it to each, go buy a bunch of these and give it to each one of your employees. This is what it's all about. It's simple, it's easy. Just get down to basics and things will come. First step, get yourself their name, address, telephone number, social security number, everything that you possibly could need, because you're going to be their employer. It is so much easier to lighten up on somebody than to get stronger. Now, what do I mean by that? Set the rules, set the stage, and you won't have a problem with the outcome. Get the foundation right, and it won't have a problem with the structure. I'm going through all this stuff, but it's pretty basic stuff, you know? Where else am I here? All right, here's one for you. We're going to ask Captain Fred the Angry Bayman on this one. Would you rather be feared or loved? That is a tough, tough question, because it comes down to respect.
I'd rather be respected.
So it's a combo. Respect is a combination. Fred said he'd rather be respected, and I totally agree. Feared or loved, and that isn't right in the middle where you want to be as a leader, and that is respect.
The way to be respected is don't ever ask an employee to do something you wouldn't do yourself.
And that is another really, really good one. Fred's got some management skills. As angry as you might think Fred is, he's got some management skills, and this is a really good one. Again, a basic. Don't ever ask an employee to do something that you would not do yourself. And if you really want to make the impression, make sure that you do it in front of that employee, because that way he knows.
Exactly.
He ain't fucking around.
That's right.
And that's, you get respect. And it just takes time. It's not like a snap of the fingers. Oh, he hired me. I hated being called boss. I do not want to be called boss. Absolutely, under no way, shape, or form do I want to be called boss. Associate, partner, friend, colleague, I don't give a shit, whatever it is. But don't call me boss. I hate that. Lonely at the top. I kind of like being alone myself. Nobody tells you what to do, but everybody does tell you what to do. And you got to make sure that you decipher the shit, because the only shit you're going to smell at the top is your own shit. Don't blame it on somebody else's shit when you're at the top.
It takes a long time to be able to only do what you want to do.
Fred says it takes a long time to only do what you want to do. Well, that could be, hey, that could be debated, all right? I happen to do the express train myself, but, I kind of knew.
Never get there.
Some people never get there. Yeah, and it's unfortunate.
That's right.
But hey, it is what it is. Read the book is what I got to say. Some of the people I just really, really admire as leaders and whatnot. Warren Buffett, Richie Branson, Dale Carnegie, Ted Turner, Ronnie Reagan, all of those guys, I think they were real leaders, Some people that were hated and they were leaders, there are those too. And I don't think we should admire them, but I think we should learn from them for sure. How did they lead? And what can we do? Some of these new leaders now are a little wacky. The new leaders, these new age guys, Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and the Zuckerberg. Holy shit, that guy is a visionary. But he's a little quirky, a little kooky, little whatever. I guess that's what it takes to be a leader. Hey, what can I say? Giddy up. The HOC is going into spring 2020. We're ready to have some fun. I hope you guys are. What am I getting at? I'm getting at that the HOC is accepting employment opportunities. If you'd like to be an employee of the HOC, please contact me. I strongly recommend that you read the book before you talk to me, and I strongly recommend that you get ready to fill out the application. HAPPYOYCO@gmail.com. HappyOyco@gmail.com. That is my email. 631-902-0836. That is my phone number. Instagram is Happy Oyster Company. YouTube, Happy Oyster Company. You know how to get a hold of me. We're looking for teammates. Do you have the right stuff? Come on over. Come on over to the other side. Nah, I'm just kidding. We have a really good time, and we'd love to share it with anybody that would like to come on board. So please come on board. I really don't have much else today, but Freddie's got something. I'm going to turn the mic over to Freddie. He's got a little something going on, a little work in progress. As you know, he's been going. Everybody's got to have different interests. You can't just do one thing. All work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy. All play and no work makes Johnny a poor boy. So you got to find a balance, all right? And you got to find the balance upstairs in your own head to keep everything clear together. One of the things that Fred does is he goes with a knife and he goes and he carves. And he's going to show you what his work in progress is. Check this thing out. It's pretty cool. Let me give you this. You want this on your beard? Yeah. Oh, I got to, you know what else I got to do? I got to get that picture and show the people that picture.
Oh, if it'll come up, you know, if it'll come up, I don't know. Is it on there?
You're on. Go.
I'm on there. Hey, I'm on. Hello. Hey, everybody.
Freddie the Angry Baby in the house with a special project. Where's my coffee?
Well, on Tuesdays I've been wasting my time going to the senior center and hanging out with the Suffolk County Wood Carvers Guild, a bunch of old guys that carve, you know, they carve wood. They carve little Santa Claus ornaments and caricatures and relief carving. I'm not into that. You guys all know I'm a traditional bird carver. I carve birds, so I want to make a brant. So I'm working on a brant head. B-R-A-N-T, brant. Brant head.
The species.
It looks like a miniature goose. It looks like a goose, but it's smaller. My mistake was I took a piece of 70-year-old wood that my grandfather had already cut out in the shape of the head on the bandsaw and had it in a spackle bucket, and I started carving it, and I have about 3 hours into this. It is so hard, it's like petrified. So I could have power carved it in 15 minutes, but I'm a traditional carver. I carve with wood and
so with
a knife. I knife carved this. This is all knife carved. I could have done it with a rotary tool, and it would have been
like a
grinder.
Get in there a little tighter for you.
You can see all the knife cuts on it because it's just so hard. It won't. It doesn't.
You can only get a little hunk of the pie.
That's it. You get a little chip off, but. So I got about.
What do you got going on in the bill though? That bill is looking good because that's kind of.
Well, it's just roughed out. See the lines on the bottom. Those, if you.
There's the center line.
Yeah, and underneath is the bottom line. So it's just I always do the bill last. I get the shape of the head and then I detail the bill in the end. So anyway, that's my project. I have some high density pressed cork. I'm going to carve this nice head and I'm going to make myself a brant. I really don't know why I'm doing it. Probably for therapy, and because I can.
Brant. I'm looking it up in my,
you got the bird book?
I got a bird book here. I found this in some of my travels. Again, books I'd say are dead, but not when it starts to come with books that are of research.
That's right,
research books are endless, priceless too. But here's some really good stuff. This was my grandfather's at a time, so that might be in there, and we might be able to find that thing in there. We'll have to get back to you.
Yeah, I want to look. I want to look for black-bellied plover. I want to see how they. I want to look at how the feathers are.
Yeah, that's a pretty good book. That's a field guide from way back.
Yeah, that looks like a really good book. So anyway, I'll keep you in progress with what's going on with this head, and when I get to making the cork body and stuff and whatever. And it gives you it humbles you to the old timers who made a decoy rig with 50 of these in it so that they could hunt, you know. I mean, it's just like I say, I probably have about a sawed out profile on a block of wood. I have about 3 hours into this, so you can imagine the time that would take to make 50 of them.
Todd, one of our viewers, Todd, the guy that drew this.
Yeah.
He's watching right now. He loves it. He loves it.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Fred. Jimmy Frozen, looking good. Saying hello.
Yep.
Back at you, Jimmy.
Yep.
Todd's in the house. Miles in the house. Calvin's in the house. Bring it on home. So I got nothing else. You got anything else?
No, you got the picture.
What's that? Oh, the picture. Yeah. The picture. All right, you ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Todd loves to see the garden.
No.
All right, here you go. Check this out.
Now, what year do we think that was?
Fred wants to come around and take a look at it again.
Check out my forearms, guys.
Oh, yeah, Fred's all proud of his forearms.
Yeah, boy.
Look at that belly on Fred.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant, man. Just check that out.
Oh, look at me with a goatee.
Yep, and then
that's
that's my
Fred's
son. My son.
Les
Yep.
is in the back.
Yep.
Jimmy Frozen says 78. No, it's later than that.
80 something.
It's 80 something.
84. Maybe?
Tony Joe and I got married in 92, and it's before that. So it's got to be like 88 maybe, because we were together for quite a while. But that's when we got our Model A. When we first bought our Model A, and this, if we could have had it bigger, this was on the back of that trailer that was right here.
Yep.
And it was in that condition right there. Actually, it was in worse because that's got washed.
That's just how it was pulled out of the barn after you washed it. It had like a quarter-inch of solid, thick dust and rust and
shit. Oh, it was all over.
Yeah.
But it was good.
It was terrible.
That's what it looked like, right?
Yeah, here's the other
now,
picture.
you want to see what it looked like now?
Yeah.
All right. Now, this has got not the new, this doesn't have the new label on it, but that's what she looked like after we got her done. Huh? Beautiful, ain't she?
Norman. I sold Norman the wheels.
My father and I, we built that, we ground up.
Yep.
All the way. From, one more time, from that
Yep.
to that.
Yep.
Right.
And that the original picture there was that was a truck that they rode on the beach and surf fished with.
Yeah, they used it in two-wheel drive. It was a Model A. If you look on the back, it's got old Chevy wheels on the back.
Yeah, with
flat tires.
Let the air out of the tires and go down the beach.
Yeah, on the sand.
Yep.
Put about 5 pounds of pressure in the fucking tire.
Yeah.
All right.
There used to be a lot of them on the beach. I learned how to drive on the beach in one of those. I couldn't reach the pedals, and my grandfather he took black tape and taped pieces of blocks of 2x4s on the pedal so I could push the clutch.
All right, that takes care of that. Give me my mic back. You good?
All good.
That takes care of that. We got any questions from the peanut gallery? Anything going on that? Let's see what we got. We got the cat is in the house. Yeah. Hey, buddy. We got Chet Hunter in the house. That old car looks like a victim of Dune Road. Yes, it was, Chet. It was.
Victim of the ocean.
It was hurting.
Yeah, boy.
Dune Road is the devil. Chet Hunter. Dune Road has claimed 50 bicycle lives due to saltwater corrosion this year so far. Dune Road is the devil. Dune Road is a moneymaker. All right, if you're in the bike business, Dune Road is a moneymaker. You can tell them a million times to wash your bike off, but they don't do it. And you know what? Cha-ching. You can pay me now or you can pay me later. So that's the story on that. I don't know who Chet Hunter is, but bring it on home. Any other questions, guys? We got 19 people watching. I really appreciate all you guys watching. This is kind of my therapy, is going live with you guys each and every week and sharing what we're doing. We're having a time of our life. I cannot complain one bit about what's going on. A lot of special sauce is used in restoration. Yes, it is. That is for sure.
Gallons of it.
I forgot about Dune Road. Oh, how could you forget about Dune Road, Alan? All right, I got nothing more for you guys. I appreciate each and everybody. Oh, there you go. Go ahead. Put it. What do you got, Fred? What is it?
That's the dual bug I bought this week.
Oh, piece of junk.
Another piece of iron I bought this week.
Junk.
Worthington Golf Course tractor.
Junk.
Oh, awesome.
Worthington Golf Course tractor from the 30s, I guess.
28.
It's a 28
Model A.
28 Model A. So that's like the first one. That's like a very first Model A.
It's very rare because of the rear. See the wheels on the back? Golf course wheels.
Junk. What are you gonna do with it, Fred?
Drive it around, make people drool.
And then what?
Probably sell it.
All right.
I got 5 of them.
If you could. He's got 5, one for each day of the week.
That's right.
Can't have enough junk, can you, Fred?
No.
Never. The one with the most junk wins. On that happy note. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Each and every week we try to come to you. Last week we didn't come on. Next week we'll probably be coming on. I don't know what's going on. We're kind of like in a little bit of a limbo stage. We're kind of like it's a little bit crazy right now.
We're going to go out and look at the sleeping oysters.
Yeah, we got to go out. And you know what? Maybe we'll do a special broadcast one of these days. We get a nice day here. And, it is what it is. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week. If not, hey, enjoy yourselves this week. Thumbs up. Special thanks to all our sponsors. E-Paint. I didn't put it in there. I'm going to try to get it in there. I was running late today. I'm sorry about that. My sponsors. OysterTracker, thank you so much. Them too. We got to get them going back on. It's going to be an exciting year. Get yourself planned. Get yourself up and running. And, again, we're looking for teammates. And do you have the right stuff? Thanks so much for tuning in. I want you guys all to be cool, to be kind, to be happy, and of course, eat me! We'll see you next week. Freddie, thumbs up.
Thumbs up, everybody.
Thumbs up for everybody. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
Dude.